Oh, hello everybody. Behind me, as you probably wouldn't know, is the Dubrovnik Old City. I'm in Croatia, and I thought that maybe I'd actually be like a full-on Croatian tour guide and show you around, because I basically now know everything about the city. I've done most fucking walking tours ever. I haven't done the Game of Thrones tour. I thought I was just covering the microphone there. I haven't done the Game of Thrones tour purely because I don't watch Game of Thrones. Otherwise I'd be all over that shit. But behind me you can see Pile Gate, which is the entrance to Dubrovnik Old Town. There's a bit of the wall there. Yes, very good, very good. And we're going to go inside very, very soon among all these fucking annoying tourists, but that's okay. And I don't work for Dubrovnik Old Town. I just want to fill in 2 hours before I need to go up to the cable car, which is up there somewhere. You can probably see it on top of the hill. And this is, I mean, Dubrovnik is a city as well. I mean, that's a child. This is the kind of medieval, actually before medieval times, part of the city where you've got walls, a fortress, and you've got the city on the inside. Look at that. Look at this camera work. If this camera could communicate smell, this smells like piss and shit. This here is a fountain. It has fresh water running from it. If I can zoom in the... I don't know if you... Oh, well, thank you. You've just ruined my shot. Well, let's go over there. There you go. That's a better one. So this water is drinking water. As you can see, this woman is drinking it, and she's not going to die if she drinks it, which is a good thing. Get out of the way. And I was told that the drinking water to Dubrovnik comes from the mountains somewhere. Up there, over in Serbia, over many, many, many kilometers away. I don't know how much. I could look it up, take me 30 seconds, but can't be bothered. And it takes 6 months to get here, so it's the middle of summer, and that means that the 6 months is winter snow water from the mountains, which is very, very good, because that water is very, very cold. And then when it's winter time here, it takes, again, 6 months, so you are drinking spring water, which is also very, very cool. Very intelligent. And these fountains are all around the city, and you can refill your water bottle, which is what I've done. I think I was just filming my shoulder there. Oh, this is just vlogging mastership. And yeah, so you can never get dehydrated in this really hot city because there's no airflow. Although if I stand here in front of this hallway, there is a bit of airflow, but it's usually very, very still air. And it gets very hot because the stone absorbs the heat or something, then it heats it, I don't know. And we're going to progress down the main road. So this is the fountain. Oh, and that church, by the way, apparently it was built after the Renaissance. And because the Renaissance kind of had its, many, many different facets in different countries, although it was originally Italian, I think, the Croatians decided to do something very vastly different, which I don't know by looking at it. It looks like a church, but for whatever reason it was different, and the Italians said it was barbaric. So in order to correct that and make it a bit more normal, they put those windows on the side. Yep, that's what the tour guide told me, so I'm just quoting her, don't quote me. That's just what I was told. There is a barbaric church, a Renaissance church right there. A good tip, if you're traveling anywhere in the world, if you go and eat, because it's basically just restaurants and shops here, if you eat a meal on a main road in any city around the world, it's going to be really expensive. And when you're traveling, you can sometimes just get lazy and go, oh, this looks good. No, go to all these alleyways here. Right? There's an alleyway there, there's another alleyway over there, there's more down there. All you need to do is walk down an alleyway, and there'll be another restaurant down the alleyway that's probably A, better, and B, it's usually a lot better as well. So that's a hot tip. All these people sitting behind me are paying stupid prices for their meals, and that's their loss. Army mateys are, yes, very good. Now this may seem, very good. There's parrots on people's shoulders, and there's our pirate friend over there. We saw the pirate candy shop before, but I was here about what I would like to call this is animal cruelty. So even the dog is surprised. I call it animal cruelty because basically I was here a week and a half ago, and on 2 days it was about 38 degrees here. And on 2 days these birds were just like hanging around, out all day, going on people's shoulders. Didn't see it get fed, didn't see it take a break. It was from early in the morning till quite late at night. Literally, when we were walking around at like 11 p.m, they were still out going on people's shoulders. God knows how long they get out here. And I mean, obviously, different countries have different laws, and this is one thing we need to learn when you travel. So this column here, which you can see there's a guy, a knight on the front who's called Orlando. It may just look like a statue of a random dude, but what I found out is that his arm that's holding the sword is actually very important, because for many, many, many centuries, the length of his arm, which is 51.2 centimeters, was the official unit of measurement in the Dubrovnik Republic. So whenever you measure something, so like these columns here, so the space between these columns, we know it today is to be like a few meters, whereas back when they built it, it wasn't meters, it was, let's say 5 elbow lengths of this dude, and that's how they measured everything in Dubrovnik, which is quite cool, because I guess if you think about it, if the metric system wasn't invented and they'd never heard of it, or they'd never heard of it, how else would they measure stuff? That was it. His elbow to the top, I think it was elbow to his fingertips, which is very cool. I liked that. And apparently when people were, selling stuff or whatnot, in order to make sure that they hadn't made fraudulent stuff, they would actually come here and measure it legitimately, so that they knew it wasn't faked and it was such and such length and blah blah blah. So there you go. Fun fact: this dude with the sword, if you ever come to Dubrovnik, is important. I'm now like at the northeast end of the city. I'm walking up to this staircase here because I think it's quite a funny story why these stairs look the way they do, or why the handrail looks the way they do. You can see that the handrail has this sort of block thing here, right, to stop, that's like why I've never seen something like that. So what I found out originally, so up there is a church. This sort of block, this thing here, wasn't always on these stairs, but so they were see-through. So these staircase, when women would climb up the stairs, they'd have to lift their skirt a bit. And as a result, as they were walking up the stairs, if you stood here, all the men would upskirt. So there you go, upskirting's been around for centuries. And that obviously became a bit of a problem, so therefore they decided to install these little things to block out the sides, and they couldn't upskirt anymore. And here we have the port of Dubrovnik. Actually, I'm going to move over here. And if you look, you can't actually see because it's blowing by, but there's all these buildings over there which were the quarantine. So if, many hundreds of years ago, if someone wanted to enter the city, they would put them in quarantine, because keep in mind, this is when things like the Black Plague and the Black Death were around. So in order to stop that from entering the walls of the city, they'd put people in quarantine for 40 days, and if they were alive after 40 days, they were allowed into the city. If they died, well, they died, and that was that. So, there you go, fun fact, the Dubrovniks were all about quarantine, just like Australia was all about quarantine. And these holes here, I don't remember what you call them, arches. The thing that all the people are walking on, the ground, I'm the worst tour guide ever. They were not always there, so it used to just be, the sea used to go straight all the way in, so boats could actually sail. This boat here could just go all the way in, boop, do what it needs to do, and just go and fuck off. And this is a pussycat. As I was eating lunch before, I actually saw a cat attack a pigeon. It was quite hysterical. The pigeon survived, but maybe the cat will die with whatever infection that it's got. Another reason I bring you down here, for you Game of Thrones people, is apparently this staircase was used in the show as the Walk of Shame stairs. Apparently there was lots of like green screen and stuff at the top, so it's almost unrecognisable, but this was it. I actually took a photo on this staircase like 2 weeks ago, not realising what I was sitting on, and then all these people started yelling at me and commenting, and even my brother was like, shame, shame, because I was sitting on the stairs and I didn't even watch the show. I didn't even know. So there you go, I got a photo on the stairs from Game of Thrones and I don't even watch the show. Huh.
And like any true amateur vlogger, I completely forgot to sign off this video while I was in Dubrovnik, so here is an aerial shot of the old town. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Let me know if you enjoy them, because I would love to keep making them when I travel. And until next time, that is a wrap.